Good evening, everyone. My name is Shawn. I'm from Botany Toastmasters, Area 3, Division O. Today, we'll be going through hand gestures. What do we do with our hands? Clearly, doing this too much will detract from the speech, but at the same time, not doing anything will kind of make the speech a bit boring, isn't it? So we're going to go through a couple of tips or a couple of ways you can use hand gestures effectively. Tip number 1. Use of numbers and bullet points. For example, I can say here are 5 tips to be a better speaker using hand gestures. By keeping this hand up and even showing the points, you can allow the audience members to follow along with each of the points that you have mentioned. It's very easy to say tip number 1 and state your comment, or you can actually go tip number 1 and then the audience can follow along a lot easier. The second use of hand gesture is to represent a measurement. For example, you can do this. This can represent length or time. For example, our project starts on this day and ends on this day. This allows us this much time to try and complete it as much as we can. Not only does this give a visual representation of how much time, it also allows the audience to engage with you a little bit more. Tip number 3, the use of emphasis, especially involving hand gestures in there. Forming a point like this will emphasize a point to show and share how important it is. For example, one does not simply walk into Mordor. This point means that we want the audience members to draw to this and drawn to what we are saying. Here's the next tip. Use of steeple position. If all else fails and you don't know what to do with your hands, this is the safest and most ideal position you can put your hands. By doing so, you open up your hands, you slightly open up your body posture, and it doesn't show that you're hiding anything. Usually, any sort of clasped hands like this has a subconscious effect saying that you're hiding something and you're not fully open with the information, and that can lead to a rather faulty presentation. So here are a couple of tips and tricks that you have learned to be a bit more effective with your hand gestures. Hope that has helped, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.